Okay, last attempt at this because I'm just sitting here, and I'll be sitting here anyway. So, um, if I end up with some company, that's cool. If I don't, that's cool too. Because one of the things that I was asked before the connection went shit is, do I have any plans on working on music? Well, that's what I've been doing. Is working on music almost every day. And I've also noticed when I look at my archives that there's a lot of consistency to my output in December and November. Um, it's not really necessarily conscious, but it seems like I write and create a lot of music in December's. So that's what I'm doing. And it's New Year's Eve, so it's a Happy New Year sort of thing I'm doing here, which is so. Let me know you're watching. I'll stick around, or in a few minutes I'll go ahead and sign off and say I'll catch you soon. And I have some of my tunes on in the background here. And that way I can avoid copyright issues. Hello again, Mr. Ebert. Okay, so we have a better connection now. Agitation free. Second, yeah, that's one of theirs that I have. It's a good one. Hello again, you folks are back. So hopefully the connection will hold for a minute here. Yes, JD Pace. In spite of all the things that happen, and I comment on them in the world, I have a lot of good days. Hello, LZ2K7. Thank you. So hopefully those continue, and hopefully you have good ones too. Yes, under the alias of AFX. Yeah, I have. And Happy New Year. Happy Musica. So this one that's going in the background is a few years old. So I answered your question, but I'm going to answer it here since you're asking again. I don't know. There are a lot of places to play in Omaha. My favorite places to play are the Slow Down, Waiting Room, Reverb, but there's a whole bunch of others. Sydney, Focal. Restricted is asking about, well, I'm involved in the David Nance band, and we're working on a new album. So I'll let you know about that. That's something I can tell you about. Yeah, Nico. Happy New Year, Sanitarium. So yeah, that's what I can tell you. Messengix is another local band who I just rate highly. They have stuff online. I don't think they have any actual releases, to tell you about. So yeah, that's what I'll tell you about locally. And regarding writing, my writing process is still evolving. So that's all I can tell you, frankly, like many other people, what you find yourself doing to get going is you copy things. You copy things that you really like, and you try to see if you can do something like it. So that's been one of the ways that I've developed my writing skills. Yes, David Nance, and it's a rurally sort of thing, it's even kind of bluesy and country, which is, not necessarily, I'm kind of, tired of it, but he is a personality. I love David. I love working with him. Yeah. I just played Climate of Hunter um, probably less than 2 weeks ago. And my copy actually, interestingly, unfortunately, has a little ripple in it, but it plays, interesting. I noticed that. So if it was like on a real sensitive turntable, there'd be a track or two there where there'd be a rumble. But I have it on CD as well. I've had that for years. I love Scott Walker's work, all of it. I do. Yeah, music is pretty important, listening as well as creating it. And I would like to own some Tim Maya. His vinyl is hard to come by in my area here. So I have Tim Maya on the computer, but no vinyl, and yes, much respect to that man. Yeah, there's a lot of records that I don't own that I would like to own. Tim Maya is one. Magical Power Mako from Japan. I'd love to own something on vinyl by him. Yeah, I've got the Smile Sessions. I love the Beach Boys, Brian Wilson. Yeah, I've got the Smile Sessions. Yeah. Those were some heady creative times, you know. But of course, again, asking me about Sam Cooke, asking me about the greats is really kind of, please let me speak. It's kind of dumb to ask me about the greats. I recognize great music, so you don't have to ask me, do I like Sam Cooke? What? Do you feel me, baby? Okay? Are you kidding me? Greatness? How can I miss greatness? Hey, turntablist, what's going on? Andrew, right? That's your name. Nice. Yes. Okay, you're good. I have a John Cale story. Don't be sorry. Just feel me. Okay. You heard me. Okay. I recognize greatness. Okay. I saw John Cale live twice. He played in Omaha 2 nights in a row back in the '80s. Okay. But the first album, the first night, Nova Sampler is what I was playing. Okay. The first night he was not in shape. I can just imagine his thinking was like, it's just bumfuck Omaha, whatever. So he's drunk out of his mind before the show. He's been shooting up. Okay. My friends, I forget the name of the band. Yeah, Disco Ranch were opening for the show. And I wasn't in the band yet, but they're good friends. So I get to hang out. So I'm backstage before John Cale goes out, and his roadies are trying to shield him because he's completely out of control. Okay. Shooting up before he goes out. And so I get to see him, and then the show was an utter disaster. He couldn't perform. He could barely stand up, slurring everything. So he just gives up and starts a fight with the band, starts beating up the bass player, literally. The next night was fantastic. He was sober. It was fantastic. John Cale and I have John Cale in my collection. Happy New Year over there in Poland. So that's my John Cale story. Yeah. I recognize, even if I don't listen to it, or if I'm not drawn to it, I'm able to objectively say when people have talent. Yeah. Yes, you're welcome about the story. Yeah. I really do have quite a few stories, actually. It's part of the fun, Happy New Year. Yes, that's right. Yes, Happy New Year, world. Happy New Year. Sipping my coffee here slowly. My parents were musicians. You guys maybe don't know that, but maybe you do. Both my parents were musicians. My mom got sick when she shortly after she started having kids. and so she got off the road. It's pretty quiet in the neighborhood here, thankfully. So whatever people are doing, they're keeping it quiet, and that's fine with me. Yeah. So I started out as a kid around musicians. My dad's friends, like I said, Johnny Griffin, Dexter Gordon. My dad played with some blues people, T-Bone Walker. Yeah, I actually met John Coltrane. He was at our house. Miles Davis has been to our house. These are all true. It's all true. So it started when I was a kid. There's people I don't remember. Philly soul, of course, is something that I grew up with. Some of the lesser known Philly soul is what I really love. Yeah. I mean, just I grew up in a house full of music and musicians and artists on both sides of the family. So I was inoculated with the good shit. So yeah, Philly soul, absolutely. Cliff Nobles is who I think of when you say Philly, not necessarily the big stuff. Yeah, the Miles thing was I was outside. See, I remember it after my brother Patrick, rest in peace, told me his version because he was inside. And the truth of the matter is, and I hope that Miles's family don't mind, is that Miles was coming through Omaha for some reason, and he needed a cop. And my dad was a junkie at the time, and so my dad helped him score. So that probably is part of the energy I was feeling as a kid. I'm outside and I see this really dark guy coming up, and and so I was kind of like, oh, that was Miles. Absolutely, brother, inoculated with the good shit. So I recognize it in all genres. Oh, Jerry Butler is just fantastic, But you're right, but I don't think of him when I think of Philly. But one of my favorite records from childhood, I can't grab it because it's out in the other room, is Jerry Butler's Ice on Ice. I bought that as a kid when it first came out. And the song on it that is one of my all-time favorite songs is Walking Around on Teardrops. Well, what I can tell you, restricted mode as a kid was that, I come from a family, very limited income. So when I was a kid, I couldn't afford records. So what I would do is I'd just go downtown and I just look at all the records, and I'd go to every store and I'd stay there till they kicked me out. But I would look at every single record in the store. Okay. That's what I used to do. Yeah. Jerry Butler's magnificent. Oh, this is fun, Keith. Yeah, it's fun. And I appreciate good questions, because no, I don't have the first record I ever bought. Here's a story. It's a deep one, but I'll try to tell it quick. My older sister, who I'm very close to, we went through a transformation with civil rights. We grew up in a mixed neighborhood so we could assimilate to white culture, and we were pretty, white acting black kids, so it came to a point where my sister rejected, we were both Beatles fans, and she just rejected everything white in her life. She destroyed all her Beatles records, and she told me I had to do the same to reclaim my real identity. I was just a kid, and she wouldn't stop. So I ended up destroying my first record collection. It is something I regret, but I don't hold it against my sister. So that's where my first record went. Okay. So yeah, I have the first record my grandpa gave me. I can't grab it right now because it's in the C section, but Nanking Cole. I'm good, Furkan Yilmaz. Welcome to my channel, and Happy New Year. And I'm getting low on coffee, darn it. Sasha, my fellow bald-headed friend who I've never met in Germany. My first gig in public, you have to include talent shows. So I was in church. I grew up in the church. I started singing in church at 5, 6 years old. Okay, that's the way it is. Ha ha is asking any fave bands of yours your parents couldn't tolerate at all. Well, that's the way it is. So when my sister and I fell out over the Beatles, my dad was so mad. He's a jazz musician. Okay, when they released Yesterday, he came around because he had to admit that's a hell of a composition. But like I said, my parents were attentive to us, and they taught us how to appreciate real good music. They I mean, I was listening to the classics, by the time I was 6, and yeah, so the questions are fun, folks. So I'll stick around if there's any more questions. I'm kind of tempted to go get another cup of coffee, so let me just step away for a second. Okay, let's see. Did I miss anything? Well, Nathan Medina asks, are there any bands you think are overrated but everyone seems to love? That's just a really easy question to answer because music is commodified and it's mostly used as a way of making money. Quite a bit of artists who are extremely popular are not necessarily all that talented. So that's how I'm going to answer that. Okay. Yeah, my brother is always with me. Yes. Happy New Year. No, I didn't jump ship about Yes. The deal is you let people do what they do and you listen to what they do. Yes is good. I have 90120. That's old stuff when I was young and have those fickle attitudes that as you get older, you realize it's like you grow out of it. Music, I like what I like. And Yes is great. And the last time I saw Yes, I was a guest of the opening band, Sid Arthur. But there was no going backstage because as soon as Yes was done, they got on the buses and they went to bed. Yes, I wish you all health. Wish you health, Dylan, indeed. Okay. I'll look in a second. Okay. I think that's Guns Height, German band there. Love, peace, and health to you, Torn Mask. Bet. Thank you. All the best to you, Sasha, in 2022 as well. Rudimentary Peni is a band that, I heard in my punk days. I never bought them. And so when you bring them up, the first bands I think of are like Subhumans and also Crass. Happy New Year. Of course, Record Store Day is it's gone to shit. It's about the dollar. It's about the dollar. I still buy records though. Played Flyover yesterday. Excellent, Ken. I hope you enjoyed it. If I could jam with any musician, living or dead, I would love to play with anyone that would want to play with me. That's any good. I played with a few folks. Soul Asylum, jam with them on stage. I'd love to play with the YMO people actually, or Steve Hackett. Punk scene, I got a million stories about punk scene. You know what I'm saying? I just got to wait till one arises in my. You could ask me about some bands. Detroitson had a great time playing with them. One of the best shows I've seen punk ever was this Italian band, Indigesti. They were amazing. It's hard to say, deaths affect you differently, so they all affect us. They all do, everyone. It was really sad to see Prince die young and alone. So I can answer it that way. I cannot answer that stranded desert shit. I can't. I seriously, I can't even touch it. Who have I learned the most from? Well, I guess to be honest, it's my dad. Seriously, that's almost really easy. And I'm still learning from everyone, but my father, that's who I've learned the most from about music. Yes. Yeah, Indigesti were just amazing, and they were not used to black punks. So when I came up afterwards with the single, which is very collectible, to get it signed, they all freaked out, and it was like the manager had to let them know, no, he's your friend. It was funny, They were just one of the most exciting bands I've ever seen. I'm trying to think. Some of the bands in it, I don't have guilty pleasures. I admit to all of them. I'm a big Gordon Lightfoot fan. Okay, does that sound like a guilty pleasure? So I don't have any. I fully admit to what I love because it's good. So I don't no guilty pleasures. What do you think is a guilty pleasure, for Khan? Let me ask you. What do you think is a guilty pleasure? No, I do not despise anything. Okay, and I love metal, and man, but I went to some great shows. Rat, Dokken, ACDC, Billy Squire. I mean, Dio, seen Dio twice. I met Kiss. Okay, are you kidding? See, when you ask me what are your favorite kinds of genres, you're late to the party here. I don't. My history is that I'm the person who knows about progressive and off the beaten track, but I just like good music. So that's what it comes down to. So I don't choose by genre at all. Okay. Yeah, Rat is amazing. I really think that Rat do not get their due. I saw them live twice, and Warren D. Martini's solos were like, God damn, listen to that motherfucker. And then the whole band's presence. Yeah. So the new album, Alba album, I think is beautiful, and I'm glad that they welcome them back. Nothing guilty about that to me. Okay. Welcome Alba back. And I used to cover the Plasmatics. Butcher Baby, we actually destroyed a TV on stage. Plasmatics, yes, baby. See, I was ahead of the game. I was at one of the first punk bands in Omaha. We blew people's minds when we did that shit. Okay, there you go. Yes, I saw Van Halen when they were still an opening band. I saw them open for Journey, and they kicked the shit out of Journey. My jaw was on the floor watching Eddie play. Okay, are you kidding me? Yeah, I like Unwound. I don't have any on vinyl. I like Unwound. Hmm. So we don't care. See, I see what you're saying, Furkan. Check this out. Who gives a fuck what your friends like or don't like? If you like it, that's all that matters. And it's taken me a long time to get here. But y'all understand, I'm 66 going on 67. So when I was 20, I was like worried about what everybody else thought. Now I don't give a fuck. I know what I like. Okay. Yes, I know about the Mark Lanigan book. Yeah, I know about it. I don't have a favorite Iron Maiden track. I respect them and I got some singles, but I don't have a favorite. Yes, I got to see Rocky Erickson live. I sure did. South by Southwest. First time I played South by Southwest with some ambulance. Partied my ass off and got to see Rocky play. Yeah. No, I don't have a favorite Earth, Wind, and Fire song. Much respect to them. And I knew about them from the very beginning, before they were popular, from the very beginning. And I know people that know Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I told John Cale already, so you just have to watch the video, okay? I told the John Cale video earlier. No, it's not fun to look down on other people's bad taste, from my opinion. You know, that's not the kind of person I am, and that's what I want to say, okay? I can do better than that. No, look down on other people. If you're looking down on other people, then you're saying that it's okay for other people to look down on you, right? That doesn't sound very smart to me. Ukukut does not ring a bell, so it might be something I check out later. Remember, I haven't heard everything, but I try to. And of course, Suicide is amazing. I was just playing them. You know, Frankie Teardrop is just like something that you, it's an experience that you never forget. When he gets to that scream, yeah. You are welcome, Max. 4 agreements is very helpful, isn't it? No, books have not shaped. It's the listening, and my dad helped me to be open-minded about music. So no, I can't recommend any books about music. Mm-hmm. Thank you, sir, Mr. Spivak. Mm-hmm. No, I can't, because it's like Pink Floyd. There you go. How's that? I have all of Pink Floyd's records. Saw them finally live on the Division Bell. See, someone's asking me about mainstream albums. Pink Floyd, everyone has. Dark Side of the Moon. Of course I have it. Okay. Yes, these shelves were custom made for me years ago. And it was a gift. It blew my mind. Hey, all right, family's in the house. What's up, Imani? What's up? That's Kareem. Kareem, I was just thinking about you. You know, you were here for a short time, but I find myself missing you. Yes, I have heard of 60s, 70s Anatolian rock, psychedelic, Middle Eastern music. Yes, I have, sir. And I have some in the collection. Yes. Yes, I have. Yeah, and Danny Seraphin, what a blazing drummer. And when Chicago first came out, they blew everyone's mind in the music community here in Omaha. We were all over Chicago when they first came out. And I got to see Terry Kath before he died. Got to see him play live. Incredible. Yes, John Fahey. Are you kidding me? He's in a class of his own regarding his guitar work, okay? All righty. I don't listen to him, but do I recognize? And when I hear his playing, does it captivate me? Yes. Generally speaking, my taste isn't bluesy, but I recognize greatness. I do. All righty. Happy New Year. I got, man, is that Gabrielle? Awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Good call on Sid Arthur and Vina Williams. Those are good, good artists. Well, yeah. Chicago ended up making money. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't blame them. I lost interest, but yeah. Yes, I do have one Erkin Corey album, Electric Circular. It's probably easily grabbed. I think it is. I thought it was. Erkin Corey, Kron Corey. Here we go. Here we go. There it is. Yeah. So I have this one. Okay. So, okay, someone wants to know my story about the blues. It's not that the blues don't move me. You need to understand something. I'm going to tell you something very personal. I was traumatized by the blues by musicians who jammed with my dad and played and abused me, okay? That's what it's about. No, I have no idea what my first album of 2022 will be. I love Red Crayola. Got them right here. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. cocaine in the 80s. Don't give rock star drugs. You're kidding. No kidding, you know. Yeah, I've gotten high with quite a few folks. Soundgarden. What was the lead singer guy that killed himself? Chris, what's his name? Soundgarden. I got high with those guys. Yeah. Chris Cornell. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the truth. Ha 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 about the blues. I can play the blues, and I play the blues with Dave Nance. But that's why I'm not interested in being in that space musically. Yeah, Cornell. Everybody uses the disc washer. What the fuck? Okay, all right. I love good music, Larry and Creature. That's what it comes down to. I love interesting music. I love experience. So, like for example, when industrial music first happened with Throbbing Gristle, and all that, I got into that. I don't listen to it now, but I did for a while because I needed to go down that path and find out what was going on. I have not heard of Beneath Di Paula. Thank you. So now I have, and may remember to check them out. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. No, I love metal. I like black metal too. And I know that some of it is racist, but like I said, I don't pay attention. And it's in different languages, so I don't care. Uh, I like Mayhem. I do. And what's that other band? The guy that killed his band member? I like them. Yeah. What band from now or the past would you most like to go on tour with? Nobody. I really don't want to go on tour at this age, you know. I've toured and it's fascinating, but it's tough. So I don't want to go on tour. And Charlie Parker had mental problems, you know what I'm saying? It was true. And he was from Kansas City. So once again, I know people who knew Charlie Parker, and I've heard the stories about the crazy shit that he would put people through. No, it's hard to say when you ask me the favorite, so I can't go there, Steven Spivak, okay? We'll just keep moving, all right? I love Brazilian music. I particularly love Caetano Veloso and Gilberto Gil and Milton Nascimento, okay? Yeah, Ronaldo and the Loaf. They're cool. I like them. And I'm not into rap, but I keep up with what's going on. So the answer about trap rappers is that I'm interested in the music. And so some of the beats are interesting. But as far as getting into people's flow and style and rapping, I check it out, but that's not interest. It doesn't interest me. Yes, and I never got to see White House. I used to collect them. And then I got to a point where it's like, I see what this is about. And that's not what I'm about. So just keep on moving, okay? No, I'm just no. Kanye West, no. He has talent, but no, I have other things. Please understand. Look at all this music. There's, not the Residents. The Residents were not the weirdest concert I've ever seen. I have to stop and think about it. But they weren't the weirdest. No, I've seen some things where it was the whole place was an experience. Sodium is having a quiet one. Very cool. Mark Fabro, Nihilist Spasm Band. Do I have any? Yes, I do. And I'd have to look it up. I have one album, and the cover is handmade. So have we talked before, Mark? Possibly. Well, yes, Thelonious Monk was schizophrenic, yes. A genius as well. Mental illness does not interrupt. It's a problem, but if you have genius, you have genius. Mental illness or not. Yeah. The Jack Sass band from the late 70s, I think they featured Omar Hakim on drums. Well, I love Omar Hakim, so it may be one of his projects I never listened to. Okay, and yeah, Mank beat genre. Yes, I check out everything. I checked it out. Yes, I have. You ever listen to Mank beat genre? Yes. Check out everything. I do. Start at the beginning with gong. It's really simple. If anyone asks me and I'm gonna be really shitty about this, but I'm real. If you ask me where to start with an artist, I'm gonna tell you start at the beginning. So start at the beginning with gong, Magic Brother, Mystic Sister. Yeah, those are great commercial, great Residence albums. Sky Saxon, he was, I think, a bit ahead of his time. And I have some Source Family stuff. I don't listen to it, but Yohawa, or however you say his name, it's part of the collection because, again, I like to know about that stuff. Yes. No, I don't have any headphones right now. I need to get some. I bet you're a proud son, Mark. Yeah. I don't have a favorite prog metal. I do listen to stuff. I can tell you what I don't like is those Dream Theater vocals. So that kind of shit I don't like. I like good playing. Okay. I've shown Porcupine Tree a lot. So, check out some of my old videos. Seriously, I have over, how many? 2,000 videos. I've been on here for 10 years. I've talked about almost all these bands that you folks are asking me about. See, exactly. People that like Dream Theater, that's fine. That's what they like. See what I'm saying? It would be immature for me to have an attitude about what someone else likes. I used to when I was younger and less aware. These, yeah, Sean Lane, quite a guitar player. Yeah, I've got Sean Lane records. I already answered your question about Steven Wilson. I collect Porcupine Tree and Steven Wilson. No, don't worry about it, guys. See, don't do that. Stay up. Don't argue among yourselves. See, don't be like typical people. See, that's what I'm trying to say. Let's just talk, okay? Yeah. Yeah, check the videos, my brother. I've been talking about this shit for years. Yes, I saw My Bloody Valentine. They were amazing. And when they did the half-hour noise thing, I got up out of my seat and went down, put my, made sure my earplugs were in good and went right in front of the speaker and just, my body was like this. It was incredible. I love My Bloody Valentine. I consider myself, I'm one of the original people who called it the vinyl community. So just by default, I'm a member of the international vinyl community that doesn't have membership. I love vinyl. Yeah, I have tinnitus, but I've been wearing earplugs at gigs for years, so I'm doing okay. No, Lonnie Liston Smith playing never interested me, so I never bothered to go see him. Yeah, Lonnie Liston Smith is good, but his style doesn't interest me. Ronnie Foster, I like, if you want to talk about a keyboard player. I rate him. And Larry Young. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Feral Centers is just amazing. I don't know that I've been around them. I may have been when I was a kid. Feral Centers is amazing. Yeah, Ronnie Foster. That's my shit there. Okay. And then Jimmy McGriff. I don't listen to that stuff much, but that's a story, and Shirley Scott. See, I know the stuff, but it's like it's not what that's not. I'm a psychedelic, cosmic, more focused type of listener. As opposed to a rootsy stuff that reminds me of everybody else and what everybody else is doing. I like music that takes me the fuck away from here. Seriously. That was my original. That's why the Beatles, when they played on Ed Sullivan, that was a cosmic moment, changed my life. I forget how old I was, but it's like changed my life for the better. Yeah, Front 242 made you lose your hearing, I bet. I like them. I've only have like one of their records because I kind of got tired of them. But Frontline Assembly come to mind. I like that even. I like that. And I like Frontline Assembly better than Skinny Puppy. But I really like electronic music. The whole genre, the whole gamut, from goth dark to Devo. I love it all. Yeah, Frontline Assembly, bad motherfuckers. Keep it going, folks. I'll stay here for a while. DAF, yes, I still have their first single, Deutsche Amerikanische Freundschaft, you bet. And not too long ago, I got their first album, an original copy of it. Yes, I love DAF. And I've seen that Nine Inch Nails twice. Yes, you got to give respect to Trent Reznor. And his early shows, just killer. Nine Inch Nails. I only have one Nine Inch Nails album. I can't remember which one. I'm not going to go look it up. Yes, I've seen I actually have a copy of the Alan Zweig documentary. I've seen the sequel as well, yeah. I like Hella. Got him right back there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the Normal. I used to have that warm leatherette, and I'm sorry that I sold it. Daniel Miller, the guy that started the label. Mm-hmm. TBOD, yeah, I used to have it. I'm so sorry I sold it. Yeah, I don't have a favorite by Neubauten, but the one that I like is the one that I bought that really caught my attention is the one with the teeth on the cover. Okay, just give me a second. I'll try to grab that right quick. Einstürzende Neubauten. Just like that. Yeah. This one is the one I like. This is probably the one I know the best. And I don't have other records because I don't collect them, but I have some Neubauten, okay, because this is an example of what I find interesting as opposed to just the usual shit, okay? Okay? Yeah, I've sold some stuff over the years, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I got Bruce Hack in the collection. I was talking about him the other day. Yes, the plan is to continue releasing, but because, again, of everything of the shipping shortages, I'm still waiting for copies of my album that I released this year. I'm waiting for copies of for the repress to come. Okay. Led Zeppelin 3 is my least favorite. Okay. I wish Nitzer Ebb is good. Nitzer Ebb, they're good. Excuse me. House of Dulug is a great album. Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, see, I didn't get. I wanted many years ago, but because of lack of funds and also because of just lack of focus, I didn't get MIDI until in the 2000s. But I wanted it from the beginning. I don't know what I would play for Masami Akita. You're talking about Mertzville, right? And I don't know. I like Mertzville. Today, Todlik Doris, interesting band. No records, but interesting. Yeah, I checked them out. Yeah, I've checked them out. Hello, Vinyl Scavenger. I want to see the Coda documentary. I haven't seen it yet. Okay. Sakamoto. And I don't remember the first synth that I fucked with because it was someone else's. I don't remember. I have Electric Lucifer. I just showed it in the earlier video. Yes, Space Shiny by Khan. That's a great album. I have it. I have quite a bit of the Canterbury School. I have quite a few of those albums because that's one of my ground zero types of music. Yeah, we will be missing Mr. Richard H. Kirk. So I'll put some more music in the background. Yeah, my pleasure, Thomas, to share. This is fun, Yeah, Hiroshi Sato, a certain amount of that funk stuff from Japan was like, to me, it was copycats. So no, I was interested in the more original stuff, the YMO school. Hello, Surrey, England. I have all of the Caravan. I have the collectible first album. I have their first album. I have their second album. I have collectible versions of them. I love that band. Wrangler are very good. Yeah. See, Cabaret Voltaire, I keep up with. And I have their first single. I have an original of that. Rage Against the Machine, again, you can answer the question, okay? All right. Yeah, do watch my videos, my friend. I've been doing this for years. And music is what it's about. Also, just being real about things on my mind. I'll talk about anything, seriously, that interests me, okay? So, again, when it comes to opinions, Stephen, everyone has an opinion. So the idea of presenting one as though it's some sort of fact, we don't need to do that. Let's keep talking about music, all right? I have Stephen Malender's last solo album. I'm not going to go grab it. I could be doing that all day. Well, my stance on the world is based on experience, regarding politics. Mr. Haha. Yeah, it's like I'm just responding to things realistically. Awesome. So, Dave Formula was from Magazine. I'm going to take this up because, yeah. Was your teacher you said here? My college teacher was the original, yeah. Best friends with Cabaret Voltaire. Very cool. I love Dave Formula's work with Magazine. I love that band. Cool, man. So, yeah. Agree or not agree, it's fine. See, that's what I'm saying. It's all good. Oh, Bob Dickinson was my tutor. He was the original player before Dave Formula. Okay. Oh, he wrote Motorcade, and that's a great song. Yeah, I love Can, and I got turned on to Can as a teen, so I get what they're about. So I just love hearing anything by the band. I love it. I love it. By Old Death. Cool. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I know this music you're talking about. I played with Secret Chiefs 3 myself. I opened up for Secret Chiefs 3. Great guys. I don't feel like I missed the boat on anything. Interesting question. What would I miss the boat on? Yeah, I've heard of Bo Niggan. Yep, really. Yep. Have you heard Love Bites? Yep. Do you own John Hartford? No, that's not what I collect. Do I know John Hartford? Yes. Generally speaking, especially from here from Omaha, that's kind of my what I'm known for is the person who knows about music and being ahead of the times. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm into, is knowing what's going on. I love it. If you compare me to anyone, I'll take it from John Peel. You can call me a black John Peel. I ain't no fucking Forrest Gump, though. Someone said that once. Fuck that shit. This is just one room. There's records in every room of the house. Okay, this is just the main section. There's records in the kitchen. There's records in the kitchen. I was supposed to play with Damo Suzuki, and COVID canceled it. I was supposed to play with Damo's sound carriers. I was supposed to be his band in Omaha. I was really looking forward to that. Yes, we've talked about books, and that's a whole nother subject. And if you watch some of my recent videos, I was showing some books I've read. So please, okay? Yeah, how could I be talking like this and not love to read? I read all the time. So the deal is, regarding my records, I'm using MIDI because I can't afford, okay? I am looking to put together a new live act, all depending on COVID. And I have a drummer. The man is from Puerto Rico, and he's classically trained. And we've played punk shows together. But when I found out that he's classically trained, he said he's interested in my music. So I'm looking to do that. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I met Snake Finger. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, Larry and Creature. I I go deep here with this stuff. I have a lot. I have even more stories. I've met a lot of people. Yes, I was just watching the Delia Derbyshire. I turned some friends onto it. Hmm. Yeah, I would say no. I'm the American John Peel. Cool human error. And there is only one John Peel. You're right. And there's only one Derek Higgins. And I'm glad to be sharing this because I used to dream about this as a little boy, thinking, you know, the idea of having my own TV show. Of course, when I'm a kid, I'm thinking about a whole nother set of, but it was still music related. But that's really what this is just connecting with people, literally connecting with you all worldwide. You could be in the house next door, but we're talking here. Yep, there's only one of us all. We're all individual and we're all cool. It's okay to love yourself. Thank you, Parker Bryan. I'm glad you like my music. That's why I make it, because I like it too. I make it for me first. Spock's Beard, again, that's another example of a prog band where a lot of the vocals get in the way of me getting into them more. And another band like that comes to mind right away is Kaipa. Great music, but the vocals, it's like, oh God, please. Thank you, sir. There's really no reason to not be honest. Well, I'll give Porno Pyros a listen. James Addiction was something exciting when they first started out. And Perry Farrell before that with his band Psycon. Yeah. Okay, 1 hour to New Year there. Cool. Hamburg is already in 2022. Happy getting there. And Happy New Year to you, Super Bonita. Oh my God, Arthur Brown is the man. Yeah, I wouldn't even put Arthur Brown in those other. I wouldn't even talk about him in the same category. Arthur Brown is a pioneer on so many levels, including influencing early Genesis. Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. You sent me a South Holes disc. I don't remember it. Okay. Don't remember it. Okay. But cool. Yeah. Yeah. Arthur Brown is going strong. And yeah, Sun Ra, of course. Yeah, of course I've heard of Bentley. See? Oh, see, y'all like to play this game with me. I've heard of Bentley. Perfect Michael St. Jude, yeah. I can't think right away of it. But again, see, the deal is, folks, let's not play that. Let's talk about music that you love or something. I do listen to a lot of music, but I haven't heard everything. Okay. Happy New Year. Yes. It's just fun to talk about music. Okay. Okay. You just found out about him. So you're asking. Okay, cool. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Don't worry about it. See, that's why I say just let's just hang out, and enjoy each other's company. Yeah. But melodic music and beauty, those are probably the things I'm really drawn to, even more so than, superb musicianship. Things that touch me. That's really what I'm interested in. That can happen very surprisingly. That's why there's no it's not keeping up with shoegaze. It's a matter of hearing what's good. So if there's something good that's in that genre, I want to hear it, but I don't keep up with. No, I don't keep up with a genre. No. Once again, you don't have to ask me about Marvin Gaye. You're talking about someone who was a genius. And Marvin Gaye was one of the people who was very important in the sessions, early Motown sessions, as a session player, drummer,